Ready to look and feel your best? Welcome to Transform Belleza, your go-to for body sculpting, facials, skin tightening, weight loss, and injectables. Find us in East Hanover, New Jersey, or call today.
Evolve Nutrition, 110 Route 10, East Hanover, New Jersey. Evolve Nutrition, EHNJ.shop, 973-647-4625. Evolve Nutrition has all your favorite supplements and vitamins, health and wellness products, fresh meals, protein snacks, gym apparel, and accessories. They will ship to all 50 states. If you don't see a product that you want on their website, just give them a call, 973-647-4625, or message them on Instagram. Tell them what you want. They will order for you, and they will ship it to you to any state in the country. But the best part is 20% off with this discount code SS20. Or when you call them, just tell them to show the commercial on Serious in Selling This Bodybuilding. Evolve Nutrition, 110 Route 10, East Hanover, New Jersey. The website, www.evolvenutritionehnj.shop, 973-647-4625. And don't forget the discount code SS20 for 20% off your favorite products. All right, John Livia, your host at Serious and Selling This Outcast. I don't normally do videos about this, but I have some really good inside information about the whole Rampage Jackson's son, Raja, and this wrestler, Syko Stu. So before I actually get into the details of what we have now, I want to give a shout out to Joe Zapata at Straight Outta Jersey podcast. All right. He spells it with Jerzey. It's a tremendous podcast. This guy has been around wrestling forever, for a long time. A lot of his stuff on his channel, he interviews professional wrestlers, writers from wrestlers. He had Vince Russo on. I mean, he's had so many great people from the wrestling world on. So he has a lot of inside detail about what's going on. I spoke to him today, and he was happy to give me the information as long as I gave him a shout out. And of course, I was happy to shout him out. He's a great guy, great podcast. Go and check him out. Everybody knows the story about what happened with Raja Rampage and this guy, Syko Stu, this wrestler. Okay, I will get into the details of what actually happened. But first, here is the news. There has not been any arrests made as of yet. And the reason is apparently they're doing an investigation on the wrestler that told him to do it. Okay, now let me read to you what my friend Joe had told me, and then we will get into details. Okay. A wrestler told him to do it, and that is why the LAPD hasn't issued a battery felony charge yet. They are still investigating, but expect something to happen by tomorrow, either a warrant arrest for 4 p.m. tomorrow. Apparently, he got this from 3 different sources. So supposedly there is going to be arrests made by 4 p.m. tomorrow. Now, the wrestler told Raja to give Stu a receipt. Okay. Apparently, this wrestler and Stu have issues. So this guy who told Raja to go get his receipt, I will explain what a receipt is. Him and Stu are not on good terms. Okay. So apparently, Raja was listening to this wrestler and obviously went way too far. I mean, look, Raja's not a stupid guy. Okay. Once I explain to you what a receipt is, you'll understand that Raja clearly went too far. And the wrestler that told him to do it is guilty, but at the same time, Raja's not a stupid guy. He clearly got rage baited on his live stream and went too far. Okay. A felony warrant will be issued for battery shortly by tomorrow. They just need more information on all parties involved. Okay. Let's see. All right. So I asked Joe how bad this guy's injuries were. Supposedly, thank goodness, they're not as bad as everybody thinks they are. From what 2 sources told my friend Joe, he is banged up and bruised with head injuries, damaged cheekbone, broken nose. Obviously, he lost teeth. However, he is awake, and they don't see any brain damage as of yet, but they're still running tests. So thank God it's not nearly as bad as other people are reporting. It's still bad. Don't get me wrong. This is still bad, okay? They don't see any brain damage, but the family is planning to sue Rampage Estate. I don't know what lawyers were contacted though. Okay, so this is this is what is happening. So arrests will be made as soon as tomorrow by 4 p.m. I'm assuming Pacific time because they're in Cali, from what I understand. They are investigating this wrestler that gave him the information to say to tell him to do this. Okay. Here's what a receipt is in wrestling terms. Okay. So people who don't watch wrestling. Now, I see this is why I know Raj is not a stupid guy because I'm not a wrestling nut. I know what this stuff is. Okay. All right. If a wrestler screws up, okay, in the ring, whatever the case may be, and he accidentally hurts you or does something he's not supposed to do, there is an unspoken rule in professional wrestling called a receipt, which means you can get him back. You can't almost kill him, but you can get him back. Okay. So in wrestling, you put yourself in the hands of somebody else. And again, there's an unspoken law that you don't hurt me, I don't hurt you, but we sell it and make it seem as real as possible. Sometimes things go wrong. Sometimes wrestlers screw up. Sometimes wrestlers take it too far. And then you get what is called a receipt. Now, there have been plenty of times that has happened, but a receipt is not to viciously, brutally attack somebody till they're unconscious and, almost redlined. Um, it is basically payback, like a punch in the face, a kick in the stomach, right? Like, don't ever do that to me again, kind of deal. It's almost like a reboot, like a smack in the head. Okay. They've been great. There was a time where Brock Lesnar was wrestling Braun Strowman. Okay. And Braun Strowman, I think I'm not, I remember 100%. I think they need him in the stomach and it was real. And Brock Lesnar immediately cracked. And you see it. You can go back and watch the video footage. It's Brock Lesnar, Braun Strowman, and you see Braun Strowman's face just go, "Ugh," and he knew right away. Oh, yeah. And he knew, and wrestlers know it's coming. Okay. Wrestlers know when they screw up, it's coming. Okay. There was another famous one, Perry Saturn. Was wrestling this no-name wrestler named Mike Bell. Okay. Um, Mike Bell screwed up a move, almost severely hurt Perry Saturn. I think he landed on his head. It was really bad. Perry Saturn got up and really gave him a. It was really overly done, though. I mean, he really gave him a beating. Mike Bell knew it was coming, but he got in trouble with WWE, Perry Saturn, because he took it way too far and he let his emotions get the best of him. Instead of giving him one receipt, it was continuous. He controlled himself. He didn't give him a beating like Raja did, but it happens. Okay, it happens all the time. So apparently, this guy told Raja, "Look, you can get your receipt." And the thing is, this is all on film, but I'm not going to give Raja the benefit of the doubt. Oh, he doesn't know how far to take it because he says it on the video. Okay, he says it on the video. Now, all right. So for people who've been living under a rock and don't know what happened, Raja Jackson, Rampage Jackson's son, who is an MMA fighter, not nearly as good as Rampage Jackson, apparently, is doing live streaming. He gets involved with this wrestling thing. Okay. He shows up. He shows up to the wrestling event. This is not a big one. This is not WWE. This is like a small independent circle. And of course, there's bad guys and good guys. Everybody knows the thing with professional wrestling. So the bad guy sees the live stream camera going and he thinks, oh, time to get into character, right? Okay, time to work. So he plays the bad guy, grabs like either a prop can or an empty can or something and hits Jackson in the head with it. Roger Jackson doesn't know what the hell is going on because he's not informed that things are rolling and the storyline is going. And the wrestlers get in between. They tell him, no, 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 we're not doing that yet, blah, blah, blah. The guy sincerely feels bad, apologizes to Roger Jackson like 3 times. So I'm really sorry. I thought we were doing a work. A work in professional wrestling is a term for a storyline. This is what we're going to do. We're going to start the storyline. It's called a work. Okay. These are all like lingos, a work, a receipt. These are all lingo that professional wrestlers use. Okay. And he goes, look, I'm really sorry. The first time Raja does not shake his hand. Second time, finally, the third time Raja shakes his hand, says, look, it's fine. It's okay. He's like, look, I apologize. I did not know You didn't know, so on and so forth. I thought we were doing this work. Okay. Raja sits in the front row. It's hours later. I understand it's like 5 hours later. He's looking at his phone. He's getting rage baited by the people on his streamline. His stream saying you're a sucker. You're a punk. You let him get away with that. So on and so forth. And you hear him say, "I'm gonna punch." They told me I could hit him once. He goes, I'm gonna punch him as many times as I can until they get off. So it's time for him to run. He runs in the ring. He slams the guy. Some people say the guy was already out when he got slammed. Some people say that the guy was doing the work. He was playing like he was unconscious, as wrestlers do. But either way, Raja got on top of him and punches him as hard as he can over 20 times, 22 times, 24 times. People are in shock. They don't know what's going on. The audience doesn't know if it's real or fake. The wrestlers don't know if it's real or fake. So finally, one smaller wrestler tries to get him off. He can't. Then another bigger wrestler comes and tackles him and takes him off. Okay. And they're holding him back. This guy is out cold in the ring, teeth missing, blood. Apparently, they had to pick him up because he was choking on his own blood and his teeth before taking him to the hospital. Then you see him in the parking lot, like basically just walking around talking to himself. Got into an argument with one of the other wrestlers because the other wrestlers went outside and said, "What the hell is your problem? What'd you do?" Gets to an argument with him. The guy's blood is on his shirt. Somebody says to him, "Look, somebody's on the phone with them saying the guy don't he's flat. We don't know if he's dead or alive. What did you do? And he's like, his answer was, "Oh, my bad." But you hear him say, "People, I'm sick of people thinking I'm soft. I'm sick of people thinking that I'm weak. I'm sick of people thinking I'm a punk." Well, guess what, Raja? You are. You're weak. You're a punk, and you're soft. You know why? Because you let your emotions get the better of you. People who are strong inside don't let their emotions get the better of them. They control their emotions. Look, I'm not nearly a huge podcast or a huge YouTuber, a huge live, whatever. But if you're going to put yourself in the public eye on social media like he's doing, people are going to say terrible things to you. I get it all the time. I get terrible, terrible comments under my YouTube, under my social media all the time. I get wonderful ones too. Okay. I really do. I posted one that was really nice today. It was really, really a great comment. But I get terrible ones too. And if they're too bad, I delete them. But if they're just making fun of me or saying something stupid, I leave it. You can't let it get to you. And that's rule number one as a podcaster, streamer, YouTuber. You can't let the comments get to you. You have to understand that people are going to say terrible things because you are electing to put yourself out there. You can't let some 12-year-old or 15-year-old that watches you or whoever it is get under your skin. Because then this is what happens. And this guy deserves to be in jail. Thank God, from the information that I have, this guy is really not that hurt that bad. People were saying that he's got brain damage. People were saying they didn't know if he was dead or alive. If he was in a coma. Thank God, from the information from Joe Zapata and straight out of Jersey, he does not have brain damage. He is conscious. He has a broken cheekbone, teeth are missing, broken nose. He got a really bad beating. Thank God, it's not nearly as bad as we thought from the information that I have. Okay. And I'm pretty sure the information that I have is really accurate because Joe has so many inside guys in the wrestling world. Okay. But that being said, arrests are coming. This guy is not as bad as we thought, and the family is going to sue Rampage Estates. So there is going to be action taken. So I will probably keep updating you if more information comes out, but I had to do this because I had gotten some great information and everybody's talking about this. But like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and I will see you soon later. Peace.